Hello everyone. In the last video we discussed some questions from exercise 8.4 that is based on trigonometric identities. So in this video we are going to complete our exercise 8.4. So we discussed 4 questions. Let us move on to the 5th question. In 5th question we have to prove the given identities. That is, we have to prove left hand side equal to right hand side. So see the first part. Here we have to prove cosecant theta minus cot theta whole square is equal to 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta. So in these type of questions, always first of all take left hand side and try to convert the trigonometric ratios into sine and cos. Okay, because sine and cos is considered to be the simplest form. So first of all take left hand side and convert this into sine and cos. So cosecant theta is 1 upon sine theta, reciprocal of sine. So write 1 upon sine theta minus cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta, and tan theta is sine upon cos theta. So cot theta is cos theta upon sine theta whole square. You are considering only left hand side now. So now take the LCM. Simplify. Sine theta is LCM. You have 1 minus cos theta in numerator whole square. This is equal to, place the whole square different for different numerator and denominator. So it is 1 minus cos theta whole square upon sine theta whole square or sine square theta. So now you can see that in right hand side there is no sine theta term, there is only cos theta. So try to remove sine term from here. So can you apply any identity to remove sine? Yes, you know cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. Therefore from here the value of sine square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. You can use it. So you can write instead of this 1 minus cos theta whole square. 1 minus cos theta whole square is actually 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Okay, whole square means the same thing is multiplied 2 times. So we have simplified it upon sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. So write it 1 minus cos square theta. Now see the denominator. You can write 1 as 1 square, and this is the identity of a square minus b square. A square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b into a plus b. Okay, so use this identity. 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta upon, in denominator it will become a minus b into a plus b. Okay, so we have removed the sine term and we are left with cos terms only. Now you can see that one term is getting cancelled and you are left with 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta, and that is equal to the right hand side, hence proved. Okay, so always remember to convert the trigonometric ratios into the simplest form, then solve it and then apply some identity and you will get your answer very easily. Now see the second part. In second part we are given to prove cos A upon 1 plus sin A plus 1 plus sin A upon cos A equal to 2 secant A. So now consider left hand side. Here you can see that the terms are already in sine and cos. So we don't need to convert any trigonometric ratio. So just simplify it, take the LCM. If you take the LCM, you have cos A into 1 plus sine A in denominator, and you will get cos A whole square plus 1 plus sine A whole square in the numerator. Now from here open the brackets of square. Cos a whole square can be written as cos square a, and 1 plus sin a whole square, you open the identity of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So you can write it as 1 square, that is 1, plus sin square a plus 2ab, that is 2 sin a. Now in denominator you have cos a into 1 plus sin a. Keep it as it is. Now see if you can apply some identity. In the numerator term you have cos square a plus sin square a, and you know the identity that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So using cos square theta, you have to always mention the identity in bracket, or like this you have to write that which identity you are using. Using cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So we have, instead of cos square a plus sin square a, you can write 1, and you have already 1 added, so plus 1 plus 2 sin a, and in denominator you have cos a into 1 plus sin a. Now 1 plus 1 is 2, you get 2 plus 2 sin a upon cos a into 1 plus sin a. You take 2 common and you get 1 plus sin a into 2 in numerator, and in denominator you have cos a into 1 plus sin a. So your one term is getting cancelled here. This. You are left with 2 upon cos a. You know cos a is the reciprocal of secant a, or you can say secant a is the reciprocal of cos a. So you can write 1 upon cos a equal to secant a, and in multiplication 2 is there, so 2 into 1 upon cos a, that is secant a, and that is your right hand side. Hence proved. Now see the next part. In third part, you need to prove tan theta upon 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta upon 1 minus tan theta equal to 1 plus secant theta into cos theta. So now our first step is to convert the trigonometric ratios into sine and cos. So take left hand side and write tan theta as sine theta upon cos theta divided by 1 minus cot theta can be written as cos theta upon sine theta plus cos theta upon sine theta divided by 1 minus sine theta upon cos theta. Now take the LCM, you get sine theta upon cos theta divided by sine theta as denominator, you get sine theta minus cos theta in numerator plus cos theta upon sine theta divided by cos theta minus sine theta upon cos theta. Now you can write it as sine theta upon cos theta into sine theta upon sine theta minus cos theta plus cos theta upon sine theta into cos theta upon cos theta minus sine theta. Now from here you get sine square theta upon cos theta multiplied by sine theta minus cos theta plus cos square theta upon sine theta multiplied by cos theta minus sine theta. Now we can't use any identity till now. What we have to do is we have to take LCM. Okay, so if you will take LCM of these two terms, then in denominator you will get cos theta into sine theta into cos theta minus sine theta minus cos theta into cos theta minus sine theta. That would be a very big term. So instead of doing that, you first of all take minus sign common from this term, and you will have minus sign here, and this term will become sine theta minus cos theta, and then it would be easy for you to take the LCM and solve. So after this you write it as sin square theta upon cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta minus cos square theta upon, here you have sin theta into, this will become sin theta minus cos theta. So now you take the LCM. Your LCM will be cos theta into sin theta into sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, so in numerator you have sin square theta into sin theta, that is sin cube theta, it will become sin cube theta, minus cos square theta into cos theta will come, so it is cos cube theta. Now here still you can't apply any identity, so use the identity of a cube minus b cube, that is a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. Okay, I should write here a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b multiplied by a square plus b square plus ab. Okay, so use this identity here. You get sin cube minus cos cube will be written as sin theta minus cos theta into sin square theta plus cos square theta plus sin theta into cos theta, and in denominator you have sin theta into cos theta multiplied by sin theta minus cos theta. Now this term will cancel out and you can apply here the identity of sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So instead of these two terms you can write 1. So you have in numerator 1 plus sin theta into cos theta upon sin theta into cos theta. Now see the right hand side. You want 1 plus secant theta into cosecant theta. So what you can do? You can separate the denominators. If you separate the denominators, you will get 1 upon sin theta into cos theta plus sin theta upon cos theta upon sin theta upon cos theta. Now this sin theta upon cos theta and sin theta upon cos theta will cancel to give 1, and here 1 upon sin theta can be written as cosecant theta and 1 upon cos theta can be written as secant theta. So here you have secant theta into cosecant theta plus 1, that is equal to your right hand side, hence proved. Okay, now let's move on to the fourth part. In this you have to prove 1 plus secant a upon secant a is equal to sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. So first of all take left hand side and convert it into sin and cos. So secant a is the reciprocal of cos. So you can write here 1 plus 1 upon cos a divided by 1 upon cos a. Now take the LCM. You get cos a plus 1 upon cos a divided by 1 upon cos a. It can be shifted here and it will become cos a. Okay, so now cos a and cos a will cancel and you have cos a plus 1. Now you can't further simplify it because cos cannot be converted into any ratio and this is not also any identity. So what you do, now take right hand side, because in actual you have to prove left hand side equal to right hand side. So you can simplify both and make them equal also. So now take right hand side. Right hand side is sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Now it is already in sin and cos. So what you do, you apply some identity. You know cos square a plus sin square a is equal to 1. This implies sin square a is equal to 1 minus cos square a. Therefore, instead of sin square a, you can write 1 minus cos square a and keep 1 minus cos a as it is. So Now 1 can be written as 1 square. So this is the identity of a square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So use that identity and you get 1 minus cos a into 1 plus cos a divided by 1 minus cos a. Now 1 minus cos a will cancel out, and here you have 1 plus cos a, which is equal to right hand side, which is equal to left hand side. So as your right hand side is equal to left hand side, hence proved. So this was the solution of the fourth part. Now see the fifth part. In fifth part you have to prove cos a minus sin a plus 1 divided by cos a plus sin a minus 1 is equal to cosecant a plus cot a. In this part we have to prove cos a minus sin a plus 1 divided by cos a plus sin a minus 1 equal to cosecant a plus cot a. Now in this we can't convert it into any other simple form because it is already in sin and cos, and we don't have any other thing to do. So this is a typical question and you have to remember the step. In this you have to divide numerator. For left hand side you have to divide numerator and denominator by sin a. Okay, it means you have to divide each term of numerator and each term of denominator with sin a. So you get cos a upon sin a minus sin a upon sin a plus 1 upon sin a divided by cos a upon sin a plus sin a upon sin a minus 1 upon sin a. Now this is equal to cos upon sin a is cot. So cot a minus sin a upon sin a will become 1 minus 1 plus 1 upon sin a is cosecant a plus cosecant a divided by this will become cot a plus 1 minus cosecant a. So now this is your numerator and denominator. Actually in this question we are moving in reverse order. In other questions we convert these terms into sin and cos, and in this question we are converting sin and cos into the higher trigonometric ratios. So now from here what you will do, you write it as cot a plus cosecant a minus 1 upon 1 plus cot a minus cosecant a. Now you know one identity of cot and cosecant, that is cosecant square a minus cot square a is equal to 1. Okay, so from here you can get the value of 1. It means you can replace this 1 with cosecant square a minus cot a. So you will do that only. Write cot a plus cosecant a minus, write 1 as cosecant square a minus cot square a using the identity, divided by 1 plus cot a minus cosecant a. So now what you can do here, you can use the identity of a square minus b square and write cosecant square a minus cot square a as cosecant a minus cot a multiplied by cosecant a plus cot a. Okay, so you have cot a plus cosecant a minus, here you are applying the identity, and in bracket you have cosecant a plus cot a into cosecant a minus cot a divided by, keep the denominator as it is, that is 1 plus cot a minus cosecant a. Now we are trying to cancel the terms because in right hand side we don't have any term in denominator, we just have a numerator term, single numerator term. So we are trying to remove the denominator. So what you can do from here, from numerator you can take cot A plus cosecant A common from these two terms. Okay, so take cot A plus cosecant A common, and in bracket you have, instead of this term you will have 1 minus this term is taken out as common and this term is left. So you have minus cosecant A plus cot A. Okay, because here minus minus will become plus, divided by 1 plus cot A minus cosecant A. So now this term and this term will cancel out and you are left with cot A plus cosecant A, and that was your right hand side. So hence proved. So this was a typical question. In this you have to remember the steps. First step is to divide the numerator and denominator by sin A, and then you are using the identity of cosecant square A minus cot square A is equal to 1, and then you take out common and try to remove the denominator term. So you have the answer. Now let's see sixth part. In this you have to prove under root of 1 plus sin A upon 1 minus sin A equal to secant A plus tan A. So take left hand side. You already have the term in sin, so you can't simplify it further. So what you will do here, you will rationalize. So you write 1 plus sin A upon 1 minus sin A. You rationalize, so you will get multiplied by 1 plus sin A upon 1 plus sin A. So now you have under root of 1 plus sin A into 1 plus sin A will become whole square of 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. It means A minus B into A plus B, that is A square minus B square. So it will become 1 square, that is 1 only, minus B square, that is sin square A. So now you know the identity, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Therefore 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So replace 1 minus sin square theta with cos square theta. So in numerator you have 1 plus sin A whole square upon 1 minus sin square A can be written as cos square A. Now both the terms are having square, so you can write it as 1 plus sin A upon cos A whole square. So now your square and square root will cancel and you are left with 1 plus sin A upon cos A. Now you can't do anything else, you can't use any identity, but and your term is also not in sin and cos. So what you will do, you separate the denominator, 1 upon cos A plus sin A upon cos A. Now 1 upon cos A is secant A and sin upon cos is tan. So that is your right hand side. Hence proved. So in these type of questions, whenever it is already in simplest form of sin and cos and you have under root, then whenever under root is there, you remember that you have to rationalize. Okay, so now see the seventh question. In seventh part, we have to prove sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta is equal to tan theta. So here also take left hand side. Now it is already in sin and cos. So what else you can do to simplify it? You can take out sin common from numerator and cos common from denominator. So do that. Take sin theta common from numerator. You are left with 1 minus 2 sin square theta. And in denominator you have cos theta and 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now you cannot use any identity for these terms. So what you do, you know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Okay, so you can replace 1 with sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, so using this identity you can say that it is equal to sin theta into 1 can be written as cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta divided by, similarly do it in denominator also, write 2 cos square theta as it is and replace 1 with, here minus sign is there, so cos square theta plus sin square theta, so minus will become minus cos square theta minus sin square theta. Okay, now you subtract minus 2 sin square theta plus sin square theta will become minus sin square theta. So here you have sin theta into cos square theta will remain as it is, and sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta will become minus sin square theta divided by cos theta as it is. Here 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta is cos square theta only, so cos square theta minus sin square theta. Now these terms will cancel and you are left with sin theta upon cos theta, and sin upon cos is tan theta, and that is equal to right hand side, hence proved. Now see 8th question. Now in this question you have to prove sin a plus cosecant a whole square plus cos a plus secant a whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. So how you will do this? Now you know that this is not in the simplest form. You can convert cosecant and secant into sin and cos. But first of all you have to simplify. Open the bracket of whole square by using the identity of a plus b whole square. So what you have here, you have left hand side is equal to sin square a plus cosecant square a plus 2 sin a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 2 sin a into cosecant a plus, open this bracket also, you have cos square a plus secant square a plus 2 cos a into secant a. Okay, now you will say that now we can convert into sin and cos. Yes, you will convert into sin and cos, but keep cosecant square a and secant square a as it is. Don't convert it into sin and cos, because the three identities that which we have learned, that can be used here when we solve further. So keep them as it is and just convert the single term where square is not there, cosecant and secant, into sin and cos. Or without converting also you can say that sin a and cosecant a will cancel out, because cosecant a is 1 upon sin a. Okay, this can be written as 1 upon sin a, therefore it will cancel out. So this will cancel and cos a and secant a will also cancel, and they will, after cancelling they will become 1. So now we have sin square a plus cosecant square a plus 2 into 1 that is 2 plus cos square a plus secant square a plus 2 into 1 that is 2. Okay, now we have the identity of sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1, and we will use it here. Sin square a plus cos square a can be written as 1. So write 1 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, keep the constant terms together, plus cosecant square a plus secant square a. Okay, so 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 here plus, now we have two more identities. 1 plus cot square a is equal to cosecant square a, and 1 plus tan square a is equal to secant square a. So replace cosecant square a and secant square a with these terms. So instead of cosecant square a, write 1 plus cot square a, and instead of secant square a, write 1 plus tan square a. Now you have 7 plus cot square A plus tan square A, and that is your right hand side, hence proved. Okay, so first of all you need to simplify the brackets, then convert it into sine and cos. But if you have square terms, then keep them as it is, because they can be further used. Identities can be used using them, so keep them as it is. And the single terms in which square is not there you can convert them into simplest form, and then you will be able to solve these questions. Now see the ninth part. In ninth part you have to prove cosecant A minus sin A into secant A minus cos A is equal to 1 upon tan A plus cot A. So take left hand side. Now you can't solve the brackets further, okay, and cosecant, sin, secant, cos are single terms, they are not in square, so you can't do anything else, you have to convert it into simplest form. So do it. Write cosecant A as 1 upon sin A minus sin A as it is into 1 upon cos A minus cos A. Now what you will do, now you can take LCM. So take LCM, you get sin A in denominator 1 minus sin square A multiplied by cos A in denominator 1 minus cos square A. Now here we will use this identity, cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1. So from here 1 minus sin square A is equal to cos square A, and similarly 1 minus cos square A will be equal to sin square A. So we will use these two forms of the identity. You replace 1 minus sin square A with cos square A. So here you have cos square A upon sin A multiplied by 1 minus cos square A can be written as sin square A multiplied by sin square A upon cos A. Now you are able to cancel the terms and you are left with cos A into sin A. Now you can't solve it further, so keep it as it is, use right hand side. So right hand side is 1 upon tan A plus cot A. You can simplify it cot A, sorry. So it is 1 upon tan can be written as sin A upon cos A, and cot can be written as cos A upon sin A. So now take LCM. 1 upon, here cos A into sin A will be in denominator, and in numerator you will get sin square A plus cos square A. This is equal to cos A sin A upon sin square A plus cos square A. Now sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1 using the identity. So this term denominator will become 1. So you are left with cos A into sin A, cos A into sin A, and that is equal to your left hand side. So hence proved. Okay, now we are just left with one question of this exercise. Let's move on to the 10th question. Now see, in 10th part we have to prove 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A is equal to 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus cot A whole square is equal to tan square A. So what you do, you prove this term equal to tan square A and this term equal to tan square A, then you can say that all the three terms are equal. So first of all take this term, 1 plus tan square A upon 1 plus cot square A. Okay, so here you can convert into simplest form, but first of all you are able to use the identities. So use the identities. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A, and 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. These are our identities. So write this equal to secant square A upon cosecant square A. Okay, now convert it into simplest form. Write secant square A as 1 upon cos square A, and write cosecant square A as 1 upon sin square A. So you have this equal to sin square A upon cos square A. that is equal to tan square A. So now you have proved this term equal to tan square A. Now let's see this term. Here take 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus cot A whole square. Now you cannot apply any identity. You cannot take LCM or simplify it further. So just convert it into simplest form. So here you have this equal to 1 minus sin A upon cos A divided by 1 minus cos A upon sin A whole square. Okay, this is equal to, now you can take LCM, cos A in denominator, in numerator you have cos A minus sin A divided by sin A in denominator, and in numerator you have sin A minus cos A whole square. So now this is equal to cos A minus sin A divided by cos A into, when you will shift it here, you will get, not shift, it is in division. When you will multiply, you take reciprocal, so it is sin A upon sin A minus cos A. If you will take minus sign common from this term, we get minus cos A minus sin A. Okay, we have taken minus sign common so that we can cancel these two terms. So take minus sign out and you have sin A also whole square is there. Okay, so you have sin A upon cos A into cos A minus sin A upon cos A minus sin A whole square. So from here cos A minus sin A will cancel, and if square is there then minus sign will become positive, so this will become sin square A upon cos square A, that is equal to tan square A. So as this term is equal to tan square A and this term is equal to tan square A, so at last you write this is equal to this is equal to this, hence proved. Okay, so these were the questions from exercise 8.4, and in the next video we will try to cover some extra questions of this type.